You chilled out? Hey, Billy. Hey, Billy. You look pretty chilled. Is that your new rabbit hutch? Warm today, isn't it? Huh? Are you, Gemma? Yeah, hello. So, a little update. To get to the floor and to tidy up the surface rust on the inside of the shell, pretty much, I need to take the seats out and the frames. And then I was going to think, if I'm going this far, pull all this out and pull all the stuff out in the back. If you look in the that hole, it tells you how much is left of this section. The good thing is that the actual skin itself and the wheel wells look pretty good. Those two holes there are from a couple of screws to hold the mats down, so that's not too bad. But yeah, make up a square down there. These lamps are a bit of a problem. Somebody's just put silicone. They used to have three little bits that came out that clip into the fitting there, so I need to come up with an idea how to secure them properly. If anybody has any ideas of how to do it, please let me know, or if you've got any spare ones. So there's 1, 2, 3 trouble areas next to the doors in the front. Unfortunately, some of the not unsurprisingly, the bolts holding this in place, some of them broke off, but I think I can make some new ones. The thing is, I'm kind of gotten this far, so I should just continue taking the trim off and you know, go the whole hog and repaint the car. Definitely needs it. It's not like I really have the budget for it right now. I would have if somebody picked up the crown, but to be honest, looking at the crown now, that looks pristine compared to this, so I might have to hold on to that. Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, that's a quick update at where we're at. Now this frame's going to come out, and I'm going to take the front rubber piece down, take the side carpets off, and the reason for that is, look at this. If I was to leave this will just rust out, and it'll take a long time. It's thick gauge steel and whatnot, but yeah, we don't want to leave it like this, do we? There's no need. See, this stuff here is just moisture traps anyway. That's pretty good underneath. You can see that's actual steel for the surface rust, but if I'm going to use the car and, you know, it's going to rain, it might leak a little bit through the window or whatever, I would like it to not rot out. So we're kind of custodians of these old machines. It's not like they're making any more of them, so the longer it could be usable and survive, the better, I think, because it's you know, it's a bit like a driving sculpture. Anyway, yeah, that's the beginning of this video. I'll keep you posted as things develop. I don't have too much time, but I'm gonna get a bit of help of a guy who's gonna come and help me scrape out this stuff, and yeah, put it back in again. I'll put new stuff in. So, not too much progress, but what I've started doing is stripping down the moldings on the car. As you can see, it's pretty manky in between the moldings, and by the state of the paint, there's no way you could get around it. All these moldings are going to come off and be stripped down to a full bare metal respray. Some interesting news is looking on the inside of the door here. you can see that it has been at some point silver. So I'm wondering if that's the original color or if it's been repainted more than once. So yeah, there's a bit more investigation to do here. A bit more, I think I'm going to apply for a certificate from the Lancia historical group and see what it was delivered with new. If it was silver, it's not going to go back to silver because I know it can be a nice color on this car, but it's not the color I want. Certain of you know silver is not my favorite color, so we'll see. If I'm going to strip it all the way back and blue isn't original, then I will consider primrose yellow with a black roof. The other news, I haven't really continued. I haven't done what I'm supposed to do in here, but I've pretty much stripped down a lot of the trimmings. I haven't taken the headliner off yet because I need to get the rear and front window out. And yeah, that's something I don't want to do until the car's under a roof. Next thing, I'm going to take the door cards off. I'm going to have to look inside the doors and see what works awaits us. But again, the floor is pretty darn solid. Car starts, but sometimes either the solenoid or the starter brushes are a bit sticky, so it's not always it will do, the starter will engage. So we need to look through that and get somewhere. Yeah, I've taken off these cards here and take this trim off as well. Pretty much get everything down, and I think everything inside the car is due a good go over, sanding down to bare metal again, and probably be hammerited, or in this case I'm going to use Rust-Oleum paint, I think it's called, I'm not sure, but yeah, anyway, it's going to be an anti-rust paint, and it will be brush applied. That will be good enough for me. This is not going to have a concourse restoration. As we discussed earlier, the car is simply not worth doing a concourse restoration, and I don't have the budget for a concourse restoration, so we're going to do a amateur special. But we do hope to get a nice paint job on it again, and because we're stripping it down and as far as we are thinking of maybe changing the color or keeping it. I'm not sure yet, but I do think it look really good with the black roof, black going down here, down back here, and then maybe primrose on the side, or even dark gray. I'm not sure yet, one of the two. So I do like the blue as well, so that's still not completely off the charts, but we'll just have to wait and see. Fresh off the boat is Dean, just from the beach. Found him down in Bournemouth. Where are you from, Dean?
New Milton.
New Milton, yeah.
Yeah.
Poverty-stricken New Milton, so he's come here to
Give you a hand.
give me a hand, yeah.
Yeah, get this done.
My new assistant, Dean, and he's more than welcome, because we have both been at it, scraping and getting stuff out. The update, we've gotten the door panels off.
Really good body. Really good body.
She is good, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's a little wide in the hips, but she's got a good body.
Best way to have them.
Yeah. No, so overall we're surprised how solid she's turning out to be. As we've probably seen in the other videos, both the rear quarters are shot. And of course, because the moisture has just been trapped down there underneath those rubber mats. But the actual inside of the body is pretty good. This is completely rust-free, isn't it?
Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah. So what Dean's doing now, he's pretty much removing anything of the sticky stuff manually, and then we're going to go over it with our new machine later on, and we're going to paint it all. Exciting. Another thing I've noticed is that I do believe that the car originally was silver, because behind the door panels it's silver, and you can see the overspray. Yeah, no wonder the rust was scattering in there. Everything's fallen down. Windows have been slow because of these. Well, that one isn't the worst, but some of them are completely disintegrated. The mechanism, and you can see the rail that goes underneath the window is disintegrated. It's still secured on each end here, but I'll be on the lookout for spares or some other ones, so we'll have to repair these ones. So one thing at a time. There's being progress made anyway. We got the dash pad out for easier access, and we're going to sand everything now. It's going to get dirty. Thinking of replacing the door card material with blue leather to match the interior. I'm not sure if I'm going to go vinyl or if I'm going to splash out on leather. I think we're going to go leather on the actual door panels, and all the side panels and stuff will go vinyl. We're also getting all these bits off to tidy it all up. But yeah, the floor still looks nice and crusty, but it seems just to be on the surface. So happy days. So this is our new toy. I approve of the application of this thing. So here's got surface rust on there. Wow, what a difference, eh?
It's going to be a warm one today, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're out here doing this work, not me.
Well, it is satisfying. I'm enjoying it. We're getting the
you're
rust
allowed. You're allowed to take your mask off now.
We're yeah, we're
Yeah.
getting there. That's the main
Excellent.
thing.
Good stuff. I'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
It's my slave Dean. So slowly doing the trunk. So that piece has taken you about an hour and a half, yeah.
Yeah, about that.
Tricky. What slows you down is basically the corners and the in between bits, isn't it?
Yeah, and the stubborn stuff that's sort of still stuck on, like the old paint and stuff. That's quite hard.
Yeah.
But solid, absolutely fine.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be really nice to get these all this cleaned up. That's going to look great. Same with the other side's a bit cleaner, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I'll leave you to it. Hopefully tonight we'll have this all down to the metal and painted up again.
Yeah, definitely have that done.
That'd be
Don't worry
amazing.
about
Well, I'll leave you to it then. Have a good one. Cheers, mate.
that. Take care.
Well, we've decided just to cover this section for now. Well, permanently. It will get dusty, but we'll clean that up again as we do the inside of the rear wings and the wheel arches. Dean ran out of time. I don't have time to do it myself at the moment, but it's just nice to do little bits, give Dean a bit of work. He's done a good job. He sent me some pictures of this being all the way down to the steel, pretty much all the gunk off of it, and now it's been covered in rust all in paint, which should be pretty solid. I'm going to put sound deadening on this as well, and then it's going to get the rubber mats back in. I've told him to lay off the wheel well for the time being, because we're probably going to cut this patch out, have it welded in. The same goes for down there. That's no point doing anything, but we will clean it around to a reasonable distance. But yeah, and then we're going to move into the car and do the floors and get underneath here, stop any rust from developing, etc. Mostly surface rust. Yeah, that's a quick update of the Flaminia Berliner. been very lucky with the weather. It's essentially been dry ever since I parked it. So I'm getting closer to getting a spot for it. So hopefully before winter comes, she'll be nice and dry. A little update, I've been working on getting the brightwork off. I haven't taken everything off, I've got these off. You can see how that's attached. I'm going to take all these off, treat them, put them back on. I've waited with the front here, that will come soon enough. I'm kind of, I don't want to take the windows out until the car's under a roof. So once the car's under a roof, both the front and rear window and all the side glass is going to come out. I've disattached this for now. The rear vent window. You see the way this will come out. That will come out here. You've got two screws holding them in place. It's nice, it's like a jigsaw puzzle that and we got a couple of screws holding this here, here, probably one up here somewhere. This chrome piece goes all the way around and you got screws holding it in place. So this is just one big piece that's going to come out in one bit. I'm not going to take the vent windows out for now until, as I said, it's under a roof. This logo is held in place by a big bolt in the back. To get to it, I need to get through. I've loosened the vacuum motor here now, and then I need to get in between underneath here to get the bolt for the logo off. Without getting that off, I can't get this main trim here off. This, I suspect, is chrome. It looks plated as it's worn that way. I don't know if it is stainless or chrome. I'm not. I do believe it's stainless, but somebody may correct me. Say it's chrome. If so, that might be nice to get this one re-chrome, get that one, because the rest of it's pretty good. And once the car's painted, you're going to notice those things a lot more. We'll see. It's allowed to have a bit of patina. As I've said from the start, it's not going to have a full frame off restoration because it's amazing how you do one thing, you stumble on the next thing, and then before you know it, you do more than you planned. But the underside, as I've said, is very solid. We're going to get it up on jack stands soon and start cleaning it up from the underside as well. But yeah, we'll see how far we go. Anyway, keep an eye on the page if you like this kind of thing, and I'll keep you posted.